Hi guys, welcome to Football Mad Cocks, and today I'll be ranking all of the Goldberg matches from 2016 to 2020. And oh boy, it was a hard one, this one, because to be honest, I don't like any of these matches except for one of them. So in total, Goldberg has had he's had about 7 matches since 2016 to 2020. He's had about 6 of them. 7, sorry. So, yeah, obviously, so 2016 he had that against Brock Lesnar. He faced Brock Lesnar. Then he faced Kevin Owens. He won the Universal Championship at that night. And then he has faced Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. And then he'll come back 2 years later to face the Undertaker at Super Showdown 2019, and then he'll come back a few months later to face Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. Then he came back. Obviously, he's going to come back, and faced the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and then he faced Braun Strowman at WrestleMania 36. What was his last match? And there could be rumours that he could be returning very, very soon again. What don't really want, but anyway. But yeah, let's just do this. So there's 7 matches, seven in total, 7 matches in total. So let's do this. So number 7, I think you know what it is. It's Goldberg versus the Undertaker. Oh no. This was an absolute botch fest. I've mentioned this quite a few times on this channel, but this match was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Obviously, it took place at WWE Super Showdown 2019 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and oh my god, this match was the worst. It was just so bad. So it was just too dangerous. It was too dangerous for them two to work together, because back then Undertaker was like 54, Goldberg was 52. Like, men that are over 50 facing each other in 2019. It's not the 90s anymore. It's just not the 90s. Like, just why would you have two 50-year-old men, over 50-year-old men facing each other? And obviously 2 of them almost died in this match. Let's start off when Undertaker tombstoned his head, Goldberg's head, right on the mat. Goldberg was done. Obviously, before the match, Goldberg banged his head on the door before the match. It was kind of funny at first, because he does bang his head sometimes before a match. But that was funny. But when Undertaker tombstoned Goldberg, what did not go right whatsoever. Undertaker's thighs did not save Goldberg. And Goldberg almost died, and he obviously busted open. And then Goldberg shouldn't have kicked out. He shouldn't have. This should have ended the match there. This should have ended it. And then something even worse happened. Goldberg then tried to do the jackhammer. Goldberg was dazed, and then Goldberg was looking for the jackhammer. He hits it. Well, he doesn't hit it, and Undertaker nearly breaks his neck and nearly dies, and lands on his head. And yeah, like, it was terrible. And then Goldberg was looking for Undertaker's tombstone, but then he dropped him, and Undertaker just decided to do the choke slam, one of the crappiest choke slams Undertaker has ever delivered. 1, 2, 3. That was it, and I'm glad they're okay. I do not like Goldberg, but I love the Undertaker. He's one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. And obviously Goldberg, I'm not a fan of Goldberg, but I don't really want him to die. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was not good. It was a botch fest. It was an absolutely terrible match. What shouldn't have happened, whatsoever, in my opinion. And yeah, it was terrible. Let's just say that. But yeah, Goldberg versus Undertaker is number 7 for me. So moving on to number 6, and oh boy, wow. Okay, this one is hard to get over. It's been about how many months? 10 months since this happened. 8 months, and I'm still kind of pissed about it. It's Goldberg versus The Fiend. Oh my god, no! At WWE Super Showdown 2020 in Saudi Arabia. This is, oh my, why? Why would you have Goldberg beat The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, when The Fiend was the most exciting, probably the only good thing happening in WWE back then, and you screw it up with Goldberg winning the Universal Championship? Oh my god, what are you doing? Obviously, what happened is it started off with The Fiend and Goldberg face to face, and then Goldberg hit 4 spears to take down The Fiend, but then The Fiend had the mandible claw knocked in on Goldberg. Goldberg headbutted The Fiend and then hit him with not even a jackhammer, a suplex. Let's just say that, a suplex to take down The Fiend. Are you joking me? Like, 1, 2, 3, The Fiend lost to a suplex. A suplex. Like, what the hell? This is why Goldberg shouldn't be in the ring. He shouldn't be in the ring whatsoever, and it's so bad. Like, his matches are terrible, including this one. This is one of my worst matches ever as well. So Goldberg vs The Fiend is number 6. So moving on to my number 5, I had to think about this one a bit. And number 5 is number 5 is Goldberg versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Champion at Fastlane 2017. Why? Once again, why? I guess I had that thing with Brock Lesnar, I guess, but Goldberg beat Kevin Owens in like 20 seconds, and that was the main event of the show, and it was 20 seconds. Obviously, Chris Jericho distracted Kevin Owens. All Goldberg did was a spear and then a jackhammer, 1, 2, 3 to pin Kevin Owens, and that was it. So, not much to say about this match, to be honest with you. The reason why I put it in front of The Fiend versus Goldberg is because that The Fiend vs Goldberg was just absolutely terrible, and it was frustrating, and it pissed me off, and that's why I do prefer Kevin Owens vs Goldberg, even though not that much happened in that match. But yeah, Goldberg vs Kevin Owens, Fastlane 2017 is number 5 for me. So moving on to my number 4. My number 4 is Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler at WWE SummerSlam 2019. Okay, so this is bad. Well, no, I can't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's that bad, but it was a squash. Obviously, Goldberg squashes everyone, and obviously Dolph Ziggler's sells though. That was the highlight of the match. Dolph Ziggler's sells of the spear was absolutely amazing. I have to give it to Dolph Ziggler there. Those sells from Dolph Ziggler were amazing. And obviously Goldberg squashed him, speared him, and then jackhammer, and then pinned him 1, 2, 3. This is all Goldberg does. Jackhammer, spear. That's all he does. Jackhammer, spear, jackhammer, spear. It's just the same shit over and over again every Goldberg match. But yeah, I'm going. Goldberg Dolph Ziggler is number 4 for me. So moving on to number 3. Number 3. Bloody hell. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series 2016. goodness gracious, why would you have Brock Lesnar beat everyone, absolutely destroy everyone, destroying John Cena at SummerSlam 2014, beating the undefeated streak of the Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. What else? Him destroying Randy Orton at SummerSlam 2016, and then a few months later you have at Survivor Series 2016, the Goldberg versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And what happened? Oh yeah, 2 spears from Goldberg and a jackhammer. Didn't see that coming. And he pinned him 1, 2, 3. Like, why? Why would you have Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in how long? A minute and something seconds? Like, why? Just why? It just doesn't really make any sense. Like, Goldberg, he just does the same crap over and over again. And this is why I hate Goldberg matches. He's so boring. It's so goddamn boring. And he just does the same crap over and over again. And it's so bad. Goldberg beating Brock Lesnar in a minute and something, and but anyway, that's number 3 for me. So we make it to our final 2. Which one is it going to be? Number 2 is Goldberg versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title at WrestleMania 36. This was Goldberg's last match. Obviously, it was behind closed doors at the WWE Performance Center. And to be honest, it was an alright match. To be honest, obviously Braun Strowman did win. What? Braun Strowman won against Goldberg. To be honest, this made The Fiend look absolutely stupid. Obviously, The Fiend got beat to Goldberg in February, and then we had Braun Strowman. It was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Goldberg, but then Roman Reigns had something to do with leukemia and all that, so he couldn't do it. So Braun Strowman took over Roman Reigns' place, and then we got it. And then Braun Strowman. So let's start off what happened in the match. So obviously we had the face-off. We had Goldberg spear Braun Strowman, then spear him again twice, spear again 3, 4 spears to Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman kicks out at 2. And then, oh my god, imagine if he did this. Goldberg, they tried to do the jackhammer. Like, he couldn't even lift the Undertaker. He struggled to lift the Fiend. And you really think Goldberg will lift Braun Strowman? God, imagine if that happened. I think Braun Strowman would be dead right now if that happened. I think Braun Strowman would be dead if that happened. Goldberg, obviously he couldn't do it. Braun Strowman reversed it, hit a running power slam, then hit another running power slam, and then another running power slam, and he hits a 4th running power slam to take out Goldberg. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman is the new Universal Championship champion. And I was happy with that. I feel I've been a massive fan of Braun Strowman for years. And I was really happy to see Braun finally win the Universal title. Goldberg vs Braun Strowman is my number 2. So my number 1, it's just obvious. And this is probably the only match that I love out of Goldberg's matches. Between the 2016 and 2020. Number 1 is Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. Obviously, this was full of finishes like every Goldberg match is, because that's all Goldberg does, finishes. But obviously, what happened is we had Goldberg get absolutely destroyed by Brock Lesnar. It was absolutely, I'd say it was a squash, to be honest with you, even though Goldberg did hit a few spears, he did hit a jackhammer, but let's start off with the match. So start off with obviously the face-to-face standoff thing, and then we had Goldberg, and then Brock Lesnar hit about 3 Germans, was it, to Goldberg at the start? And then Brock Lesnar's like, oh yeah, don't turn your back on Goldberg. Oh, look at this. Oh, spear. Goldberg hits Brock Lesnar with the spear. Brock Lesnar's down, hits him with a few other spears, then spears him through the barricade, and then another spear, and then he hits him with a jackhammer. 1, 2. Oh no, Brock Lesnar kicks out at 2. And then, what happened after that? Oh, and then Goldberg's looking for another spear, but then Brock Lesnar moved out the way, jumped over Goldberg. Goldberg hit his head, kind of similar to what he did with the Goldberg vs Undertaker match. Hit his head on the turnbuckle, and yeah, then it went wrong. And then it turned into a squash match. Brock Lesnar took Goldberg to Suplex City. Hit him with about 10 Germans, and then an F5, 1, 2, 3, and Brock Lesnar was your new Universal Championship, and it was an amazing match. It was fast paced, full of amazing finishes. Like, probably the spears from Goldberg were incredible. The spears were really good. The Germans of Brock Lesnar was really good. The F5 was really good from what Brock did. He screams like, ah, oh, and yeah, and it was a great match. Let's just say that. Probably one of the best matches. I wouldn't say it was one of the best matches of 2017, but it was one of the best matches at that WrestleMania for sure. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. That is all. That's me ranking the Goldberg matches from 2016 to 2020. Comment down below, what is your favourite Goldberg match between 2016 and 2020? I'd like to know. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Oh yeah, and this will be released on Halloween, so everyone out there, happy Halloween to all of you. It's a shame the kids won't be able to do trick-or-treating because of the global pandemic, but oh well. But yeah, so by the way, happy Halloween to all of you as well. This will be released on the 31st of October, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and bye. Peace.